What gives you hope for the future of climate action?
The timing of that question could not be worse. What gives me hope? Oh, boy. 2 weeks ago, I would have had a different answer. We individually are going to have to make the difference. We're not going to be able to rely on government really anymore. So my hope is that the smarter we all become individually, then we can make the planet a better place outside of government stepping in.
And I would add community.
Yes,
together.
For sure.
So individually, but collectively.
For sure.
We're a grassroots organization. So our big mission for 2025 is just to bring it back to the grassroots and just bond and band together as a community, because together we can make an impact in our community.
Bedford 2020 has already catapulted Bedford into this world. And that's now why it's 2030, right? Mm-hmm. Bedford 2030.
It was actually my big environmentalist kick in the pants when I had my first. I was holding a baby in my arms, and I was like, it is his world too. And so that's what really spurred it for me. And so my kids have grown up little environmentalists, which is so sweet. They'll pick up trash on the side of the road when they see it without being asked.
I've never heard of someone really looking at their child and their newborn and realizing that the future is theirs. That's amazing. That's actually very inspirational.
I think it came for me from, it was like something I had control over. When you have a newborn baby, it's so chaotic. And I was like, what's one thing I could do?
That's amazing.
And so I started to find those things. If we collectively, as a planet, do something about climate change, the temperature of the planet will come down. We can make the world a better place for our kids' future.
And that's how it started, by you holding your baby. And when I see my kids next, I'm gonna make sure I hold them again and cradle them, and I say, I'm doing this for you.
Just cradle your giant, college student.
My 21-year-old son.
I'm curious, what your kids now, as young adults, what do they care most about regarding climate change?
I think they want the Earth to be here for them. Oh, my daughter did her project in school, her major senior project was fast fashion. How horrible fast fashion is. And I had no idea what fast fashion was. But ever since she educated me about it, I really will not buy clothes from certain places anymore. So I guess that's really how my daughter is kind of making herself aware, making us aware through fashion, which might sound silly, but it's a huge environmental impact.
It's voting with your dollar and being educated about what you're buying. And also, fast fashion is cheap. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's such a problem, is it doesn't last. So she's smart.
She educated me about it.
She's fashionable and smart. What about your son?
This is on his initiative. He will not drink out of plastic bottles anymore. So that's something that he kind of did on his own. And I brought water bottles into the house, and he said, Mom, you cannot do that anymore. So it's things that we are used to, my generation, we're not thinking twice about certain things. And they stopped me at the door. So he stopped me, and now we have reusable cups.
Now that your kids have really opened your eyes, are there things that you're doing in your everyday life, like home renovations, that are more environmentally friendly?
The driveway was a big one. And I think, again, where I'm buying my clothing and not buying my clothing, I now go to farmers markets, which I never thought I would do. And now I wake up and I'm like, how am I not opening up an artisanal cheese market up in Vermont? Like I'm into that. Packaging is starting to bother me. I only go shopping really once a week now, and I buy everything that I can at the farmers market in order to cut down on plastic and stuff that's just really not good for the environment. Plus what I'm putting into my body.
What is your next climate action challenge? Like, what's the next thing you want to do?
That's going to really be leaning on Bedford 2030 to educate me and see what I can do and see how I can help Bedford 2030 make it a reality. So it's going to be very much a partnership.
I love it.
My education is going to come from you.
Okay. Well, we are here. That's exactly what your support helps us do, is to offer these free programs to the community. So we have a really cool coach named Bob who comes out, and he will help you understand what is eco about your house, how to make it more energy efficient so you can lower your energy bills, you can help the environment. It's like all of that, and it's free. We've also seen folks with energy bills that are like $20 because they have an energy efficient home and they have solar. And I'm like, how would it feel to open up a bill that's so low? Because I don't know if they're like at your house, but it's expensive.
It's not $20.
It's
for
expensive
sure.
right now. What you drive makes a big difference too. I want to get an EV.
My next one will be for sure.
Are there any EVs you're flirting with right now?
Yep.
Who do you like, girl?
I have a huge crush on the Audi EV.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an Audi girl.
Well, when you get around to it, there are some really awesome rebates and incentives for them. You can get, it's almost $10,000. It's just under for buying a new EV.
It's a lot.
It's cool. There are all of these government funds that are available for home improvements and vehicles and stuff. So,
all right, educate me about that. I'll be turning to you guys for that.
Yeah, after you do your coaching session with Bob, he will tell you what rebates are available to you and what would be good for you. And it's like, you don't have to do everything at once. You know, there's a list. You can do a little bit of this. You can plan ahead. You know, if you know that your furnace is old and it's going to break in the next few years, as they inevitably do, you can just plan for that. So then it's not like you have to completely overhaul your whole house. You can just do it piece by piece, which is manageable.
It's normal people doing really great things because of what Bedford 2030 does. Bedford 2030 is an amazing opportunity to take action. Like we are able to put our money where your mouth is because of what you guys do. So you've definitely fill a need in a really, really good way.